Because you know how when you experience pain, people say, well, why does God allow pain? Pain is not punishment. Pain is your reminder that you might not want to go back to the place that you just came from. If somebody touch a hot stove and get burnt and you got a scar to remind you, hey, you might not want to touch that stove.
Hey, thank God for another day. Hey, I know we could be another way. Hey, pray. Thank God for another day. Hey, I know we could be another way.
It's a new week at Just Ask the Podcast, the safe space where transparency meets transformation. I'm your girl, Jessica S. Smith, and I do nothing without my girl, Desiree.
Hey.
Desiree.
Hey.
Desiree. Oh, I like that. I like that, friend. I like that. Was it? This how she act in church, too, y'all. Y'all just wouldn't even believe it. Like, yeah, I don't know what she think her shoulders gonna do. They not leaning, they shaking. They Selenian.
I be free in my worship, child.
Very free.
Shoot.
Very free.
Listen, the Lord is good.
The Lord is good. And his mercy endureth forever. How you doing, sis?
I'm good. How are you, Jessica?
You so funny. She's so funny. I told her one time she forgot to ask me how I was doing. And now she trying to be smart. I'm well. I'm blessed, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Are you excited?
Yeah, we have a dope guest today.
Dope is an understatement.
Like,
Dope is if you hear the voice, you already know who it is because he is so popular.
No.
Popular. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Listen, y'all, I met this guy. Well, I seen him before I met him, right? And I see him, and I kind of was like, oh my gosh, he's doing his thing. He has a podcast. He's doing content. He's outside. You know, he's vibing and all that good stuff. And I was very interested, and so I got to meet him at El Hut's Eat and Greet, and it was a mutual type of vibe. Like, it was like I was excited to meet him. He was excited to meet me. And I was just like, okay, cool. And it was off from there. And so today might be a payback for what I did on his platform. And his platform is one of the best platforms I've been on. Yes, one of the best platforms, just because he's a great conversationalist. He's very inquisitive in the right way. And so I want to introduce the host, the creator of Talk Vibe Hustle Podcast, my brother, K Boogie, y'all.
Hey, yo, what it do, man? What's going on, good people? What's going on?
Look at my friend. Look at my friend.
Yeah, I told you I put on my makeup today.
You did. You put on your best.
Yeah.
You put on your best. I'm happy and nervous. I don't know what I'm about to get from you.
Okay.
But so tell them what happened on your platforms.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this real quick. Where my camera is? Lock in on y'all. So I asked Jessica to come be a guest on my show, Talk Vibe Hustle. Essentially, my show, I interview the person that comes on about their journey, their life, and the things that they're going through right now, and to talk about the journey and to where they got right now, right? We end up talking about me for an hour.
It would have been longer.
It would have been longer had everybody not had a schedule, but and that wasn't supposed to happen. Nor has it ever happened on my show before. I've never been interviewed on my show. And quite frankly, other than one other podcast, I've never been interviewed by anybody else before. So I'm honored to be here. I appreciate you wanting to have me on your platform.
Of course.
But I'm definitely finna take over.
It's done.
Okay,
It's done.
so y'all already know that I don't just allow anybody to take over like this. But it was not intentional. I think we were just so vibing, and Trey was like, okay, we got to start recording.
Yeah.
Because y'all just keep talking, and
Yeah.
the conversation was so good, y'all. One of the things I love about Kerry is that he loves his wife. That's probably my favorite thing. Outside of him being in love of God, we understand that. But how he loved his wife, y'all, women, singles, he the hope for us. We got hope because he young. You 31, ain't you?
That part.
Y'all
married 8 years.
Married 8 years. 31. Yeah. Got a cute baby girl.
Yes,
you know
I
what I'm
do.
saying? When I say love his wife, I'm around him, he goes, my wife is, oh, I got to get this for my wife, or I got to do this for my wife. Like, there is no contradiction of that. You get what I'm saying? And so I'm excited. I haven't met her yet, but I can't wait to meet her. I'm excited about that. So he about to, I don't know how this is gonna go.
I ain't no, it ain't gonna go nowhere. I was just gonna touch on that a little bit. I'm just very forward about leading with my life. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that most married men, depending on the type of person they are, they don't do that enough, in my opinion. I think, especially in this industry, in this world that we're in, when it comes to content creation and just meeting people in general, I'm upfront about what I got going on, because I don't want nobody else to also like catch their vibe and think that it's something different than what it is.
Right. Because you are a friendly person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm super friendly, easy to talk to. I engage in conversations. I'm intentful about friendships. I'm intentful about conversations. So it's hard, not to be like toot my horn, but it's hard not to catch that vibe and be like, oh wait, he liked that. No, this ain't that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't that. I'm in a very happy, committed relationship with the Lord and my wife. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord
and his wife.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Okay, Desiree, because sometimes the folks be forgetting that third chord is there. Yeah, that third chord, the Lord. Mm-hmm.
You have to consult him. I don't think that I have a traditional relationship with the Lord, but I don't think that you're supposed to. I think your relationship is your relationship, no matter what it looks like.
What's a traditional relationship with the Lord?
I think a lot of people think a traditional relationships is showing up to church, showing up to all of these other things that make you deem you more in the word. And I'm not that type of person. I seek counsel through people who do that. And at the same time, I'm just trying to live the blueprint that I think Jesus left behind. Mm-hmm. And that's to do unto others, be a good person, treat everybody like you want to be treated. I treat everybody like I want them to treat my mama. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's the last thing I want to hear is somebody disrespect my dukes. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the way.
We'll see them gorillas come out.
Yeah, that part. I'm on the way. I don't play by my moms.
For real.
I don't play by my moms for real. And I got 4 sisters as well. So, I got 3 sisters now, but I don't play by my sisters either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I'm intentional about leading with my life when it comes to that, though.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I appreciate you bringing it up, because that's also been a thought of mine. Like, I'm curious to know, like, for people, I got what did El Hood call me the other day?
A church lady.
A church lady. He called
That's funny.
But I don't take it as disrespectful, because my life leads with, like, that I'm very vocal about that. But like, for people like you, sometimes I concern myself if that comes off as like intimidating or whatever, because I don't want to seem like the churchy person that you cannot connect with or whatever. So what is your like distaste with the culture of church now?
I think the distaste comes from a lot of the personalities that you run into, and a lot of the way people are living their lives as a facade inside of the church. And the way that you approach relationships with other people matter as just as much as you approach a relationship with God. It should come with the same grace and understanding. And through growing up, I just had a few experiences where the people that I thought, especially in the church, that were going to treat me a certain way after certain things happen, a lot of trauma built up. And then you go into the church to seek family, love, and acceptance, and you met with comments and sly comments like, don't come around just because it's Christmas, you know. Meanwhile, this is the first time I'm able to deal with my trauma enough to be around y'all, you know what I'm saying? And so like moments like that made me realize that like not everybody that is necessarily in the church doesn't necessarily live that same blueprint. And so I just like, you know what, I'm cool. I'll show up for the stuff that I need to show up for. I'll talk to the people that I need to talk to. But as far as going into the church on a regular basis and showing my face, it's not something that I necessarily subscribe to.
So it wouldn't be something like the reason why you don't go to church is something like what we saw with Drewski?
Nah. Even though I mean, like that's very prominent as well.
Yeah.
Like I went to Bishop Eddie Long's church when I was young. And funny, hilarious story. I went in his like prime. This when we moved to Georgia, he was like the church was really becoming a mega church. It was a lot going on, and my cousin was a longtime member of the church, and she was like, "Hey, you need to join his program for the young fellas." He was like, she said it's a really good program. They travel the country, this, that, and the third. And I was like, I don't know about that. He do too much in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like he pulled up in a Bentley, and I just something about that didn't feel right to me. And so I told her about that. And like what was it, like 5 or 6 years later, it came out that he was touching them boys in their program and stuff like that. And I was like, something told me, you know what I'm saying? Something told me to stay away from this. Something told me that's not something I wanted to be a part of.
Do you believe in Holy Spirit?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
100%.
So I want to challenge you on something. Your something told you is your Holy Spirit.
I just finished 2 Chainz book. The voice in my head is God. That's what he said in the entire book.
You did tell me about that book. I need to get that book.
I finished it in one night.
I believe you.
Yeah. I because I'm very big on intuition.
Yeah.
I'm big on I don't know. I always tell my wife, I think the women have the ability to have foresight. And we always hear it as women's intuition, but I think it's more foresight. Y'all are able to see and feel and understand things well before men are able to. And I think it's just because we don't listen to our intuition as much because it's too much ego in the way as well.
Yeah.
And so I also believe like once you get tapped in with the right woman, you can tap into the energy of being able to have better intuition about things. Now, I'm not saying that mine is the best, but I think I have great intuition when it comes to making different moves. I'm building my platform, talking to the right people, getting in the right spaces. It's putting me where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I understand and I hear it loud and clear. The voice in my head is definitely God.
Yeah.
Definitely
so
guiding me.
What you just said, Desiree just showed me, what was that video with Kev on stage? He was talking about Melissa and why he don't cheat. And he was talking about like, it was like what are boobies and you know, but when you got somebody that can tap into like business and business ideas and help you with your life, like what is going to bed with somebody different gonna do? He said, I get that plus that, like I'm gonna be committed to my marriage. And so in what ways does your wife help you with your business?
So my wife is very good. She has a really good discernment. It's amazing. And sometimes it takes me to not listen for me to start listening more. You know what I mean? Because
you hard-headed.
I'm very hard-headed, but I also I'm a firstborn. You know, I think I know it all. But it take another firstborn to just slow me down on it. You know what I'm saying? She a firstborn as well. But she has this discernment and her decision-making skills are amazing. And so when I come to her with dilemmas and conversations that I want to have, it's very easy for me to say exactly what's on my mind. And she is the perfect mirror. There's not a crack, not a chink in it. She's always honest with me. She's always upfront about it. And she's also tells me about when my ego is getting in the way and my pride is getting in the way. She's like, you being a little prideful right now. Go check that. Cool. Say less. I'm going to go check it. Because I've had moments where I'm a proud man. I'm a very proud man of myself. I'm proud of what I've accomplished with my life at the age I am. I'm just proud of it all. Yeah. And so sometimes it does come off as an ego. And her having the ability to be like, yo, hey, it's a bit much. It's like, okay, hey, I understand. Because I'm not always the most humble guy in the room. You know what I mean?
That's a surprise, though.
Really?
Well, yeah, for me, because like what I've experienced from you is like, yeah, you know yourself, but like you're not trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I would not talk to you if you were doing all of that. You know, I can't stand people. Like I can't do that. Like, because I just never been that way. But I'm really curious to know, is like, were you always like that with her to where you was like, okay, I can do that? Because I've seen in marriages to where marriages have ended because either the wife or the husband couldn't resolve the ideal is I'm helping you be the better version of yourself.
I think, to be honest, that's the reason why I was so eager to marry her, is because I was able to be the best version of me while we were together. I was able to pursue the best versions of the me. I won't carry as much as I can, 100% what it looks like. And she's able to create a floor for me to do that. So that's honestly, like, that was the reason I ran back to her. Just said, we was broke up a year.
Y'all gonna have to go.
Yeah, go
to
tap
Talk
into the
Vibe
Vibe Hustle episode to really hear that.
Listen, you would get a lot of context of this conversation because we would take too long trying to revisit that conversation.
That part, it was an hour.
It was an hour. And this is somebody that's gonna be back on the show, so don't worry. Don't worry. This home for you, big dog.
Don't make me excited.
This home, like, just like I'm finna come back over there.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to come back over there because I owe you.
Yeah.
I owe you real bad.
Yeah.
I owe you real bad.
Yeah.
But so I'm curious. I'm about to let you do something. So Carrie and I have hung out, you know, we've been in spaces together, and more recently,
No, I know why you laugh.
more recently, as you get to know people, you get to see different sides. You know, you just get to pick up the vibe.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's been learning me, and it's so interesting when men learn me. You know what I'm saying? When women learn me, they be like, "Oh, okay, do." But when men learn me, and they are okay with just being my friend, let's start. That we can stay friends.
Yeah.
All right. As you're learning me, something came up while we was outside just chopping it up. And so because we're talking about marriage, I want to be married one day. I've made it very clear. Desiree is very close to being married.
Okay.
Like very close. Like tomorrow we could wake up and she go elope somewhere. Like
Hey, I did it. That's always my vote.
He did it. But I would like to be married one day. And so since you've been around me and I'm about to put myself on the chopping block, what do you think would be the hindrance to somebody like seeing Jessica as their wife?
I don't think there's a hindrance. I think it's a time thing with you.
Oh, okay.
More than anything. I think you're a great person. I think you have a great mind. I think that you would make somebody a great wife for sure. I think it's just you ain't ran into that person that's able to match your energy. You got a lot going on, but at the same time, you're very organized, detail oriented, and you got your in order. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay.
And so with that comes a lot of responsibility for a man. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like oftentimes men come into relationships with some guys, I don't know about everybody, but they come into a relationship with somebody like that, and it's intimidating because you want to step into the role of being a leader, but at the same time, this person has already led herself so far. Which honestly was like the case with me and my wife, to be honest with you. She older than me, you know what I'm saying?
By 8 years?
No, I wish. Boy. Dang, I love her. Yes, indeed, she know that. I love her. Hey, baby. She already know. That's what got me right there. You said, how? Yeah, she's 4 years older than me.
The 4 years,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, she's 4 years older than me. I love that. It's, I just think it's a time thing for you, for sure. And I think oftentimes, like I said, guys, it's harder for guys to step into a role of not necessarily having to lead you the same way. You know what I'm saying? And that looks different for every relationship as well.
Do you think it's important for somebody like me, like single, because a lot of women watch this show, right? They're between the ages of like 25, 44, right? Shout out y'all ages in the comments. If you single and ready to mingle, go ahead and put it in the comments with your age. Okay?
You did.
But we're talking about a lot of women that want to be kept by men, be married or whatever, but do look like me, and they are striving to be better. They're leading themselves. How would you, in your shape, form, and fashion, suggest they date and find how can I know that somebody is mature enough to manage someone like me?
That's a great way to put that. Manage is funny. Manage is very funny.
What word would you use?
Coexist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I just need to change my language from manage to coexist.
No, well, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's a you don't want nobody to have too much control over you.
You right.
And nor do you want nobody telling you what to do with the life you built for yourself already. And that's something that I don't subscribe to. I ain't finna tell nobody how to do nothing. My old lady want to do something, go for it, baby. You the one that built the expertise behind doing it. So why do I have anything to say? I'm here to support you, not to take over.
Yeah.
That's not my job. But as far as it goes, when it comes to, I don't know, put yourself out there more. I think oftentimes women don't know that putting yourself out there, guys are more shy than you think they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think dudes don't even talk to girls no more in the club and in public spaces.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Like, dude, I don't think dudes got game like they used to. I think that's what it is. I think, who was that? The Game, the rapper, he put somebody screenshot, like a group of girls screenshotted his him shooting his shot in their DMs. And his shot was F3. And they was like, huh? And he was like, oh, I thought it was a vending machine because I see a snack.
The Game, the rapper? Are you serious?
No, you went to no. I thought I was gonna call him out. He thought he snuck out.
Oh man!
But yeah, The Game, the rapper. Yeah, and that was like his go-to line, and like a bunch of girls start replying to this post with the same screenshot of him like doing the same thing. It was like 15, 20 girls, and so like I just don't think dudes got like game no more. So women, like, y'all put yourselves out there. It's a lot of bomb women in the city. I was telling somebody this the other day. I was like, bro, this is mind blowing to me how many single girls I run into that are really good girls.
Yeah.
Really good catches. Yeah. Amazing women. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what are y'all doing? And like the dudes that I know, a lot of dudes single. And I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all not doing it right. Y'all not doing it right. Like, what are we doing? It's some bomb women in the city. I think the dating pool is definitely dookie, but at the same time, like, it is. I done seen, hey, look, I got some homeboys that's still out there. You know what I'm saying?
He told me, he was like, Jessica, I know him, but I don't think I would give you, I would tell them, send them their way at all.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't do that to you. I like my wife always say, birds of a feather. I'm like, that's not true. No, that's not true. I'm the good one out the group. I promise you. Yeah, I don't know. Dudes just, the game ain't the same, but ladies, y'all put yourselves out there. It's a lot of dope people in the city, a lot of dope women that got a lot for themselves, and I don't know.
Tell Desiree,
Yeah.
you was about. I knew you was itching to get on
Wait,
screen.
please tell me.
So, wait. No, so around 2024, I started having this conversation with my godfather. He was like, God, baby, you just got to speak. Because I'm kind of introverted, like I do have like some extroverted tendencies, but pretty much I'm to myself for the most part. So he just kept saying, we just kept having these conversations like, God, baby, you just got to speak, because you just never know. Like, there may be a guy that may be interested, and for whatever reason, whether he's shy or maybe he's had some bad experiences, he may not know that it's okay to approach you, right? So he said, you just got to speak. I said, okay, then what? He said, that's it. If they're interested, they will continue the conversation. If not, guess what? You just spoke, right? Because I think, and for me, that kind of gave me, I'm gonna say permission in a sense, because there's this conversation about women pursuing men, and the conversation, you speaking to somebody isn't you pursuing them, right? Is you speaking. One, if you are interested though, it's, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Right? It's letting them know, hey, I'm approachable. I'm open to a conversation, and if they catch it, they'll grab on it, and the conversation will ensue, right? So here we go. I started noticing this young gentleman that would he was looking at my stories. He was looking.
That's enough.
He was looking at my stories, and he would like it, but he would never say nothing. Like I paid attention to this for the scope of a year, right? It wasn't like a everyday kind of thing. It was just every now and then I'm like, I don't even know who he is. We was already Facebook friends, but I never remember any type of personal interaction. But I did notice that we had a lot of mutual friends from UAB together. So I was like, okay, obviously probably went to college together or something like that. When you're in college, you just, people you ain't know, you're outside, everybody just friending everybody. So here we go, January 2025. Everything I posted that week, I noticed that he was looking and liking. I was like, Lord, who is this
That's what I like right there.
Right?
That's what I like
so
right
I said,
there.
you know what? I'm going to say hello. So I sent him, I jumped in the DMs and I said, hey, I see you looking at my stuff. Thanks. I mean, 'cause that's just me. I mean, I was like, I said my stuff, yes, and I meant my content, right? And I said, I think maybe we've gone to college together. I hope that I just want to say hello. I hope that your new year has gotten off to a great start. And so he responded back, and probably not even within an hour, and we got to rapping, and that's how it happened. But once I began to get to know him, I realized that he probably wouldn't have ever said anything to me. Like, he never would have.
Yeah.
Because, he's a little different.
We all are.
Intelligent.
He's a little different, right? So in his mindset, it's so interesting because he said when he saw the message, he thought something was wrong. Because, I guess like he's had some experiences. He may have said something and like maybe it was a rejection, or they thought that it was more than what it was going to be. Yeah. So I was like, man, Lord, that is cool. So I'm agreeing with you that sometimes, you just have to just say hello and make yourself available. And that's not a thirsty thing. That's just a, hey, how you doing? I'm outside. If you're interested, cool. If not, you haven't missed anything.
Nope.
Like, speaking and being nice is not anything except speaking and being nice.
Nope.
Yeah.
My OG told me when I was younger, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
And so, hey, when I heard that, I was like, oh, I'm Steph Curry. I'm putting them up from everywhere. Hey.
So we had to calm you down.
Yeah. Hey, I found mine. I got
Because
that one that
you
hit.
friendly, you are aesthetically, what they call it, aesthetically
Pleasing. I got you.
Okay,
Don't worry
thank
about
you.
it.
I was like, what's the word? Aesthetically pleasing. So it's like you got that balance. So it's like, oh, I'm finna, you know, because I already know I'm finna reel them in, you know, but you found that one.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
I got the game.
Being in this content game, and you're going, like, I believe you're well known now, but there's so much more for you to grow into and so many places for you to be. I'm glad you got a wife.
Me too. Me too.
Jesus, I'm so happy that you got a
Birmingham
wife.
as a city should be glad.
Jesus.
Exactly. Jesus. Birmingham as a city should be glad.
Like, go ahead. What you were saying?
That's all. That's all. That's it. That's the tweet.
But I think I'm nervous about doing something like that, like reaching out to somebody DM, which I'm not DMing anybody right now in this season, or looking for somebody to necessarily DM me. But I would be nervous. I think just because of what I've experienced in the past, and just like, well, the options that I had before, I don't think I did a good job. I don't think I did a good job. Let's not do it. That's why. So Desiree, I don't think I told you this. So we went to an event and several of us went out to eat afterwards, right? And so I see Caleb at the spot.
Yeah.
And so he's with his wife, but Carrie, you know I be want to introduce everybody, right? So not thinking of, I was like, hey Caleb, meet Carrie. And so he goes, not thinking, Caleb just walks up on him and like, grips him up, whatever. He just starts like asking him a question. I was like, oh, he think that's dead. And I had to say, hey Caleb, no. He married. And so Carrie responds, he said, I can appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I appreciate about both of them, that I'm noticing about both of them simultaneously, is that now that I have said, hey, I want to date, I want to do this, I can see both of them being intentional, like, who is this? Mm-hmm. Like, am I lying?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened. I was like, he asking me questions. I was like, yeah, but who are you? You was like, that's my brother. All right, bet.
It was so interesting. I think, why do you feel like that single women need that type of
I think it's also like, it goes to the whole like I said, I got sisters, you know what I'm saying? And if I could be more involved with my sister's dating life, I would, you know what I'm saying? I would say like, hey, some of these characteristics ain't lined up. My sisters don't tell me everything because I'm always honest.
Okay.
I'm always honest. And sometimes folks don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And sometimes folks want to hear that this situationship is actually a good time and it's fun and it's going to be exactly what you want it to be. Sometimes people want to hear that. I'm not that person. Don't call me for that.
Yeah.
Don't call me to lie to you. Don't call me to sugarcoat it. Don't call me for that, because that's just not who I am. I wouldn't be your friend. I don't think I'm your friend if I can lie to you and tell you something that's not good for you is good for you.
Yeah.
But instances like that, if I'm here, hey, this system. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the metal detector out real quick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But now, let me see. We 25 minutes in, so it's time for the Talk Vibe Hustle takeover. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you get your time in. I wanted to make sure that you got comfortable in rhythm. You know what I'm saying? We got Desiree with the story drop. You know what I'm saying? It was your show. But now, welcome to an episode of Talk Vibe Hustle, man. I'm your host, K Boogie, man. We got Jess in the building. I got a couple questions for you,
I'm ready.
and we can stay on the relationship path right now, because you've said something to me about 3 or 4 times, and you haven't given me much detail on it, which I'm not asking you to give me a lot. But you keep talking about mistakes that you've made in the past, and I'm just super curious, in what way do you mean that? Obviously, you don't have to give me all the details.
Well, no, they didn't got the details on this.
Uh-oh.
They didn't got. I'm pretty. This is where transparency meets transformation. And so I've shared with you privately about the adultery that I was involved in. I take full responsibility of my part. No matter how it set up, I still, when I found out, I didn't move, and I think the being gullible has been my weakness. I think desiring marriage heavily in an unhealed place was like my default. And I think because I haven't experienced nope.
Oh my.
No ma'am. I haven't experienced dating from a healed space.
Okay. Do you? How healed do you think you are, though? Are you at a space where you feel like you can be completely vulnerable with somebody else and that not be a barrier in between?
I think I am much better because I'm telling people like you, like about the adultery. I think that's the biggest example because that's the thing that I was most shamed about. Was that I experienced that, and I thought that's who I was. Like instead of Jessica's the one that experienced adultery, I said Jessica's the one who's an adulterer. It's two different things. And so now that I see myself as the woman that has experienced adultery versus Jessica the adulterer, I feel like you might not like it, but I'm telling you what I've experienced, and so I can't tolerate certain things or I can't maneuver certain ways or X, Y, and Z. That's why I move in my male relationships. That's why I move the way I move. You know what I'm saying? Just because I just don't have time for it, and I'm not about to put myself in a predicament again to where I'm saying, how did I miss this again? Like, how did I not see the signs again? Like, and so I'm probably, like I said, because I'm learning a newer version of me. It's new, and so I ask a lot of questions. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for Caleb. I'm grateful for Tyler Anderson. I'm grateful for my younger people. It's one thing when you got old people and they, it's not, I ain't trying to call y'all old or whatever, but older people that are married or whatever, but younger people that are like actually happy and married and they love their wives. I'm asking y'all these questions. Hey, can y'all hold me accountable? Can y'all watch me? Can y'all, this is what's happening before, and I don't want to do dating in secret. There was another problem. I was like your sisters. It wasn't that I didn't want to hear it. It was that I was too ashamed to say what I was experiencing. So
that's interesting. First, I want to say, you say you felt shame, and I want you to also be aware that don't feel shame or embarrassment for lessons that only time could teach. You know what I'm saying? Life is about progression and getting to a point of learning a lesson. Some lessons we don't learn until we get to that certain point in time.
Yeah.
So don't hold yourself, feel shame for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only time gonna teach you stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's had their slip ups and issues, and trust me, I've had mine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been the perfect husband. But I've also learned from my mistakes and being, again, like you just said, leading with my life, being upfront about the things that I am, moving with intent, and also being aware of my relationships and how I approach each one of them.
Yeah.
Because at one point I wasn't leading my life and put myself in a situation I ain't had no business being in. You know what I'm saying? And so I can totally understand that. Definitely. Back to my show.
He is making it very clear that payback is a must.
No. Like I said, I'm just upfront. I'm very upfront. And then that also made me want to say a quote that I heard a couple weeks ago, and I think I said it in the conversation we were having the other day. And it's having true discipline is having desires without the expectation of an outcome. And I think that has to be the whole definition of how you move right now, I feel. Because you are in a space where you're going to have a lot of dope people in your life.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lot of dope people around you, but you also have a lot of opportunities to learn from them people in that space. You know what I'm saying? And be able to approach marriage with, I think, a totally different mindset. So this is my next question then. When it comes to dating, you just asked me, what is something that you think that you're missing for a good marriage? And I want to kind of flip that question back on you.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
I'm probably hard on myself, so I think clarity on who I should be looking for. Like, I thought I knew, But and some people say you should look. I gotta see. I gotta see. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, so there's some situations I've been in where I messaged or it's like, oh, you're interested, and that gets me excited. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm being seen, right? And I want to get to a point where being seen is not enough. So I think I would say I'm doing well with my healing journey on that, but I think I still need protection from myself in that way. So I utilize one of my church members and Desiree's man. Like I text them, be like, hey, what they mean? Do I need to respond to this? How should I respond to this? Like, because I don't trust myself to not get too excited about being seen. And I think that's rooted in my childhood. You know what I'm saying? Because
you're the oldest, right?
I am the oldest. And then I've always had I wasn't the one that was like, oh girl, you so fine. They might say it now. They might say it now. There it is. But they weren't saying it back then. So that's still like, I don't know how attractive I am. Because we can say, oh, we want, a godly man. I want a sanctified tithing man. I want all that, but I want that man to be aesthetically pleasing to me in multiple areas. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I want what I want. Yeah. And so I feel like that I'm in my own way sometimes. I think that, but I'm striving to be the better version of me. So I can't say necessarily is one thing, because the things I would have said, I've been healing from. Yeah. And I've been tested in these areas, so I can say I'm healing from it. So I can agree with you with the time, but I also I'm asking the Lord all the time, what else is it? Am I missing something? What I was gonna say, I thought you was gonna say, you remember when we was outside and I started pointing
you turned the gun sideways. I said, oh yeah.
So we were in the middle of a conversation, and y'all know it's things I don't play about, and we was in the middle of a conversation and we got to one of them things I didn't play about. I started like this. He said my hand turned like this, and I started pointing like this. This is a west side of Birmingham type of thing. Yeah. Probably a whole Birmingham type of thing. Yeah. I started pointing. He was like, oh, I can tell you don't play. Yeah. Which in my mind, I'm not even gonna lie, I've been thinking about that since we left. I've been thinking about since I was like, dang, that might be a turn off.
No, but like I told you, but it was ironic because right before I told you this, I said, you seem like the person that has a lot of boundaries, but in the best way possible, and you stand firm on your boundaries. Yeah. And you don't play about that. And the conversation we was having was you not playing about your boundaries, and he turned to the kill shot, and I was like I said, like clockwork. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Again, like I keep saying, I don't think nothing wrong with that at all. I think if anything, that's going to allow you to attract the right person who can, not going to say deal with that, but be able to coexist with that kind of personality. Yeah. And that person should also come with the same level of discernment for their boundaries and the things that they got set up in their life as well.
Yeah. And this might be crazy to say, but the men that I have in my life, Greg Riley, you, Caleb, Tyler, Ryan Jackson, I look at y'all, Cadero, can't forget about you, brother-in-law. I see how y'all not only love the women that you guys are attached to, especially Cadero with Desiree. I get it firsthand. But I see how y'all are still able to love me in a sisterly fashion, to where I want that from my mate, my partner, my husband. And it's like, I don't want to always have to be the friend to the husband that has it right.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? I feel like I'm stuck in that space.
Take me in, coach. Okay, so I hear you and I love it. Why? Because it's just a beautiful picture of, we had a conversation about the rushing conversation, about the waiting conversation, and what the Lord is doing, because you have done relationship wrong. I'm just gonna be honest. You've been so used to doing relationship wrong. He's placing men around you to show you what real love is. and it doesn't have to look like because I think sometimes we equate love with sex. We equate love with lust.
Because I was
in relationship, right?
Right. I was getting take me through there. Take me through
Hey,
there.
yo.
But I'm 9 months clean.
Hey.
I'm 9 months clean.
Clean is crazy.
What he's saying, clean is clean.
Mm-hmm.
What he's saying is just like you're valuable enough. Like you're more than that. Let me show you what true love is, so that when you encounter it, you'll know that it's from the Lord, because you've had an opportunity to heal through some of the spaces that you've been hurt in because of the men that are around you that loves you unconditionally, because it's you. Because we had conversations about you're worried about somebody gonna think you're too much, or try to dumb you down or water you down on X, Y, and Z. Well, you can behold Jessica, and he's giving you tangible examples of men that love you, that don't want nothing from you. Yeah. And that's the Lord. The Lord loves us, and he don't want nothing. He don't want nothing from us, but for us to choose him back. Yeah. That's it.
Exactly. That's a very good point. Because I'm a firm believer that seeing is believing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite quotes is from the first Santa Claus movie, when he was like, the kids don't believe in Santa Claus no more because they don't see him. Seeing is believing. Yeah. So seeing those real life examples, seeing that like real love can be achieved, seeing what the example of what the type of man that you would want to be in your life, also it matters as well. Because when it's time for you to be presented with that ring, you got to know if it's going to be fake or not. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to have to be able to inspect the whole situation and be like, you know what, this ain't necessarily the same way that I see it and I want for myself. Yeah. And then also don't get to the point where you settle either. Right. Because again, time ain't waiting on nobody. We are getting older, but don't settle. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to settle and then look back in a few years and be like, dang, I've really wasted my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I keep very, very honest with my wife when it comes to conversations we have, when it comes to when we not seeing eye to eye. Hey, let's sit down and revisit this, because I don't want to be married to somebody who is miserable, nor do I want to be married to someone who doesn't want to be here. And life is too short for us to just be here because we got a kid together, because we got a bills, because we got life is too short for that. Life is way too short for that. I want you to be happy. I want you to find that person that's going to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not that person, let that be that. Yeah. I'm okay with that. Am I okay with that? Like, as far as like not being together, hey, one day I might be. But she always tell me if me and her not meant to be together, then it must be me and God. So I said, I think that means you're going to send me to the upper room. I'm screaming. I'm getting sent to the upper room is what it sounds like to me.
I'm screaming.
But to your point though, that's just don't settle though. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait too long, but at the same time, don't settle.
Yeah, I'm trying. I feel like I was just telling Desiree this a few moments ago. I think I'm getting to the point where waiting is okay, but I'm almost like, baby is 35 next year. Them eggs.
Hey, yo.
I mean, and I try not to, because I do believe in, having faith. I've seen, even my own bonus mother, she was in her 40s or late 30s, early 40s when she had my brother. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I also saw the struggle that she had with her pregnancy, as far as like, just the things that when you're younger, you don't deal with it as much. You know what I'm saying? It becomes high risk. They call it high risk pregnancies for a reason. So it's not like I haven't seen it. So I try not to concern myself with those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't accidentally been pregnant before. So I even question God, like, hey, can I, am I able? Does it work? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have those real questions. I know y'all be having them questions too. Whereas, since this hasn't happened by now, what does it look like for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and so even in settling, I think of the idea of not even just settling with the fact of a man that might not be for me, but settling the fact that, okay, I'm just not going to be married. I don't want to settle there either.
What's crazy, before I met my wife, I settled on it. I thought I'd never be married. Ever.
That's
never,
crazy.
It was never a point of my mind that I was like, that's something I wanted to do. Never. I never wanted kids. Just never crossed my mind.
And you got all of it. Can't live without it.
What you say? Without you, girl, my life is incomplete. Come on, man. Come on, man. What that boy Cisco say?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. But I want to talk about something you said earlier, because it's like something that's happening to me now. I can experience it as well. Is you said that back then folks weren't checking for you, but now that you feel like you fine and you look better now. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's like what my life has been for the past like 4 or 5 years. It's like I don't remember like being somebody that was sought out like growing up. I don't remember being like the type of dude that like girls really wanted to talk to for real. And so like maybe like the past like 3 years, it's definitely like 100% changed. I've always had a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
But as far as like being aware of like who the dude in the room that all the girls want to talk to, it's never been the top of my mind that it was me.
Yeah.
And so now that I'm in a space where I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I feel like I'm desirable to people because I'm married, and that's the weirdest thing in the world to me. That blows my mind.
That is a real thing.
Yeah.
It is not for me. Let me make that very clear. Not for me. I don't want nobody else. Man, I really don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that is a thing. And I'm learning that is a very unhealthy thing. But I'm told, this is what I'm told, this is what I hear in the streets, that because they don't want the responsibility that your wife has. Like, because I have had experience in adultery, and I was a super saver. That's really what got me too.
Okay.
When I did find out, it was, no, this ain't happened, it's dead already, whoop, 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 blah, 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 all these other things. We'll have to have that conversation.
That's what. So
when I reflect on it, and I'm like, but everything you telling me she complaining about, I'm complaining about right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't save you. You need to save yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you have women that are, want to be super savers, like I have been. You got women that don't want the responsibility. You have the women that just want the guy, and they want the guy so bad that they don't care about the covenant. Yeah. But the thing about tearing up covenants is they end up tearing you up.
You reap what you sow.
Like, in the most interesting way possible. You be like, Lord, did I really plant that for myself? Did I just harvest what I just dished out? You get what I'm saying? But women, like, and men too, don't get it twisted. Men like married women.
Yeah, I think that's for different reasons though.
Like what?
I really don't rock with people who do this. First of all, I don't rock with people that men, especially when they prey on the fact that women are miserable in their marriage. That's weird to me. Because it's like my OG used to always tell me, he was like, man, you mess with a married woman, somebody gonna sleep with your wife one day. That's how that karma come back to you. And that shook me. That was enough to shook me. Hey, you know what? Because if I do decide to get married, that's like, I don't think that I'm the type of dude that can handle like coming back to a relationship after that.
Yeah.
Because I already got it in my mind now that if I ever get a divorce, I'm not getting married again. I'm good on that.
Really?
Oh yeah. I don't think I can love somebody as much as I love my wife. I don't think I can commit to the amount of change, growth I had to go through, the amount of attention a person truly deserves in a marriage, the way that somebody really needs you in a marriage. I don't think I would be able to get it to somebody else. So if right hand on the Bible, I hope nothing ever happened, but that's just, I'm good on that. And
the way you love her though, I highly doubt you've already grown with her for the past 8 years.
Yeah, but I'm a dummy. You know what I'm saying? I do stupid stuff. I put myself in situations I ain't got no business being in. Not necessarily saying something happened, but even if you in the bank when the bank get robbed, you still an accomplice in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I try to be better about the things that I say out loud. But me being a podcast host, sometimes I just say stuff without thinking too fast.
Yep. And I think, let me just put a pin right there. Y'all got to go ahead and walk with, if you with somebody that's like a content creator, a podcaster, especially a podcaster, right? Because there's a level of transparency that is required to be a good podcaster, right? And I think that it's like, I'm not a know-it-all. That's why I tell you, hey, yeah, I've been in adultery twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something I had to overcome. This shame I had to overcome. I just got free from this last year as far as like the idea of being an adulterer. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. So if you friends with a podcaster and we say just walk with grace. Ain't nobody trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just walk with grace.
It's definitely like tough having certain conversations with people. Like I said, some people just don't like having conversations with me because I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, you know what I'm saying, sometimes I talk too much and my wife say I smile too hard, and that's enough to get me in a situation I ain't got no business being there. But just long story short, the point I was trying to make is that I don't know, just being in a marriage and being with my person, like I don't see that happening ever again though. I couldn't I'm good on that.
So does that mean you're gonna fight as hard as you can for this marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping you was gonna say yeah, because I'm gonna throw something.
No. I ain't the type of person that's finna sit here and self-sabotage, because like I always tell her, I got married to stay together forever. I didn't get married just because it sounded fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to be together forever. And if it for whatever reason don't work out, cool. But it's like at the same time, it ain't cool. You know what I mean? That's my best friend. That's my favorite person to talk to. It's my favorite person to get ignored by, to get on her nerves. You know what I'm saying? Raise a family with, go through this life thing together, struggle with, come up with, be back down, be back up. It's we've done it all. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We met, when we met, we were making $167 every 2 weeks at the job we were working.
Wow.
Wild. We got old photos of us sleeping together on the twin mattress, and I'm like, this will never happen now. Never happen now. So yeah, we've been locked in for a very, very long time. I don't see myself even wanting to get up. I don't even think I would date for real. Like, I'm nah.
You can just feel the pain. Like when you think about when you think about it, it's like it hurt to even say. It sound like
because I'm gonna tell you the thing that gets me, that makes me, no matter what, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to stay married and stay in a happy marriage, is I can't even stomach the fact that my daughter could call somebody else dad. I can't even stomach that. I can't stomach that at all. No, absolutely not. Because that means that I'm not doing my job enough, that he doing his job enough, that you feel the need to call him dad. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And that also means that she probably got married again. Hey, we ain't doing that either.
So I'm curious. I want to know, when men take a while to propose, because how long did it take you to propose? But so you were how old when y'all started dating? It was 19?
I was 19 and she was 22 going on 23. Okay.
And y'all got married when you were
23. Yeah, I was 23.
So that's 4 years.
Yeah, so, but we had a little breakup in between there for like a year and a half.
Right.
We broke up.
Go to the other episode to watch it. I'm just saying, we're going to connect it. You'll get all the details there. So with that, there are men that are in these long relationships with women in their 30s.
Yeah.
Why? If you're in it, and I mean, like, they may or may not have a family with them, but especially the ones that got a family.
Yeah.
What's going on? What have you experienced being the reason why they just won't marry?
I don't know. To be real, I don't know, because I'm not like that. Like after we started back dating, I think I proposed like 8 months after we started back dating. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type.
So do we have to break up with you in order?
Sometimes you got to know what you want, know what you need, and lose it in order to know that was meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so I had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? I lost her. She had dated somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like full on got a whole nother boyfriend. Girl, when them Facebook pictures hit the market, Jesus! She done moved on! Jesus! Oh, I thought I had time. My voice get the crack. Oh! Boy, then they was in Vegas! Oh my God! Then she posted she was single, and I was like, yeah, she's single. But then, like, the next picture she posted, she was in New Orleans. Oh, my baby.
What's tearing you up?
Yeah.
That's why you know you gotta stay
Yeah,
married.
what Martin said, Gina. That was me. Oh, Gina, please. But yeah. Nah, for real. So yeah, I forgot what we was talking about. I got into that.
You had a flashback.
I had a flashback of that time we wasn't together, and I was in the sunken place. You dig?
That's why you're not trying to go back. Because you know how when you experience pain, people all say, well, why does God allow pain? Pain is not punishment. Pain is your reminder that you might not want to go back to the place that you just came from. Okay, if somebody touch a hot stove and get burnt and you got a scar to remind you, hey, you might not want to touch that stove while it's on. Okay, so what we were talking about was that we have these situations where couples are together a long time and the man is not it's not that they don't want to get married, but they haven't proposed yet. I've been in conversations where I've just recently learned not too long ago that there are several women that I've been in amongst that have proposed to their husbands.
That's interesting.
What do you think about that?
So my wife's mom proposed to her dad. Okay. Yeah. And R.I.P. Sticks, man. He was the realest one breathing, man. Her dad was a real one. He it blew his ego up to the max. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I honestly, his ego is one of my favorite parts about him, though. Like, there wasn't a room in the world that the walls didn't already have his name on it. You know what I'm saying? I really envied that about him. But yeah, so I've never heard of it until I met her, and I don't think I'm the type of person that can happen to, because again, ego through the roof. Hey, until she proposed to you, my boy, that you ain't doing that. That's how I would look at it. But at the same time, I think women deserve to have that moment, because I think, and maybe this is not every woman's perspective on marriage and having that moment, but I think that every little girl grows up thinking, like, I want to be proposed to somewhere beautiful. I want a man to drop down to his knee and really just ask me to be his wife. I want to have the opportunity to either have a big wedding, or I want the ceremony to look exactly how I want it to look. There's not a dude on the planet that say, man, one day when I propose, I already know where I'm gonna do it at. I already know how I'm gonna do it with shoes. Don't think about that until you in that moment. So for women, I think y'all deserve to have that moment. Just like I think most women deserve to live the life that they've envisioned for themselves, because I believe that as a husband, once you take that leap and become her husband, you are taking over the duties that her father had. You know what I'm saying? You protect her. Now you are the first line of defense. You provide for her. You the first one that she gonna come to when she needs. And providing doesn't necessarily look like finances. Providing comes with mental stability. Can you come to me when you're having a bad day, and I'm not gonna overreact when we are having a bad day on top of that? Am I gonna be able to provide a safe space for you to, like, be happy, be friendly, be able to have a candid conversation with me? Am I gonna provide you the space to be honest with me? Tell me you don't like me today. Tell me the way I did something really bothered you. Tell me that when I go out and I be with this person, X person, that person too long, that gets on your nerve. That's a safe space that I provided to make sure that, hey, we on the same page. Yeah. And so all of those things matter when it comes to the whole being a husband and accepting that role. Yeah. And some dudes don't want to accept that role, because they also see that sometimes when a girl comes from a good dad, that's some big shoes to fill. Yeah. And hopefully I'm doing my job that as a father right now, that my daughter be like that at the same time. Like, hey, my daddy did everything. I had a bald-headed daddy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, every little girl with a bald-headed daddy, hey, my daddy like that for real. Yeah. And I want to make sure that I'm creating that image, because I don't want nobody's sorry son to come into my daughter's life and break her heart. So again, just going back to that, it's like, some dudes see that and be like, yo, that's a lot. Your daddy do a lot for you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And that might take a long time. Like, she got everything, but you know what I'm saying? The second I propose to her daddy gonna stop doing as much. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying, the person that she is not something that he want to fully commit to, but it's fun for right now. Yeah. And which is, in my opinion, again, life too short for that. Yeah. And my mom used to always tell me when I was younger, if you gonna date, you gotta lead with honesty. Yeah. And so when I used to date, I tell girls, hey, I'm talking to her, I talk to her, and if you want to be a part, just let me know. But if not, hey, no skin off my back at all. Yeah. Because I'm gonna always be honest about what I got going on and how I'm trying to move.
It's interesting that you bring up I love the fact that you said you're taking the position of her father, right? Because that's the whole point.
Taking the role, not
taking
the position.
role, not the position.
Yes, it's roles and responsibilities.
Roles and responsibility. Thank you. You see, he corrected me out loud
on my show.
But I love how you said that because, and I think I didn't realize how much that comes out. Because I don't know if I told you this or not. My daddy raised me and my sister, so we, it's easy for us to come off as, I can take care of myself type thing. My sister deal with the same thing. I can take care of myself. I can do it myself. If I'm asking you, that's the hard part. The hard part is asking you. So when I ask you and you don't act right, you ain't got to worry about me asking again.
I promise you, my wife like that.
You and me.
She don't play that.
Don't let me ask you something and it's like you act like you don't have it together. I'm not going to beg you.
She's not going to do that.
The second time is begging.
Yes.
Okay? And so there's something also I probably should work on. Like
No. Have your standards, have your boundaries.
Okay. So I was talking to a friend and he had randomly brought up the fact that he was like, I can tell you had your dad in your life. And I was like, why? And he was like, he brought up the fact that like when I was around and then like men were gathering around him or it seemed like they were having a conversation. I was originally part of the conversation. I would dismiss myself.
You did that the other day.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah, continue though. We're gonna get there. We're gonna unpack that.
Okay. So I never recognized that by myself, but I guess subconsciously I'm like, maybe I shouldn't hear that. And to be honest, I don't remember my daddy teaching me that. Wasn't a good relationship. One of those adulterous relationships, they were separated.
Okay.
And he didn't tell me that he was still legally married, still legally going through all that stuff like that. And so they ended up getting divorced and we were like full-fledged relationship that almost lasted like 5 years. And he was 10 years older than me. Yeah.
5 years.
I thought we was gonna be married. I thought we were gonna be married.
Okay.
Like I know.
Yeah. Look, how much time do you have for this episode? Because like every time you say something, like, all right, that's like another 3 questions. Like, okay, go ahead.
So one of the things I seen him do in front of me, my cousin was trying to have a very masculine conversation. And it was about his relationship, some of his frustrations in that relationship. And me and my cousin tight, you know what I'm saying? So he just thinking, hey, this is my cousin. This is not a woman, you know what I'm saying? And so we all in the car and he's just talking. And several times, my boyfriend at that time, my ex at the time, he was trying to shut him down, like not talk about it. And he finally was like, hey, there's some conversations I do not want to have in front of Jessica. And it's not that I don't trust that she can handle it. It's just that I just want to protect her. Cause I don't. And so afterwards, he came and told me, I said,
red flag.
I said, what made you say that? Like, cause I don't know. I didn't fully understand it. Yeah. And so he said, well, I wanna protect your ears. I don't want you, like, certain things I don't believe that you should hear men talking about. So I was like, okay, so I think that habit came from that and not being around my dad, even though I didn't hear necessarily conversations my dad had. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't notice that I would just walk away out of the room. Yeah. And for that, but my friend brought it up to me. He was like, yeah, you was raised by your dad because you walk off when men start talking.
Huh. Okay, so yeah, you did do that the other day. You didn't walk off, but you disengaged from the conversation. When some folks came out of the venue, we were standing in front of me, you was talking first.
Yeah, we were.
And then other folks started coming up, and I introduced you to them. We were talking, and then you disengaged in the conversation. And it was when I was talking to the group of dudes that came out, is when you fully disengaged from the conversation. Granted, I didn't expect you to stay within this stupid conversation I'm having these fools, but at the same time, I peeped it. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting that you say it came from that. And I'm gonna say that's 100% a red flag in my opinion.
Okay, talk me through it.
Because the way I see it, especially when it comes to relationship and the relationships advice, I want my lady to be in front of me when I'm giving somebody advice, because if I'm saying it in a way that I'm not performing it, I want you to call me out on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let me sit here and tell somebody, give some advice on something I ain't even doing myself. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to like protecting you, what am I really protecting your ears from? You know what I'm saying? What am I really finna say to this man that I really, even if you my safe space, is something that I should have already explained to you anyway. You know what I'm saying? We've already should be in a comfortable position where me and you done talked about it enough that if I say it to somebody else, it ain't even batting your ear at all. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a difference between being honest with somebody and transparent.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference between the two. Honesty is telling my lady that I'm going out with a group of my homeboys, or I'm going out with friends. Being transparent is telling her that there ain't nothing but girls in this group that I'm going out with.
Yeah.
If you cool with that. Making sure that you're aware of all the details rather than the grand scheme of it all.
Yeah.
So in that moment, it seems like he was being honest about not wanting you to hear it, but not being transparent about what he was gonna say.
That's good. I never thought about it that way. I also never told nobody that.
All right, well, you know, man, talk about hustle, man. We had these kind of conversations where folks ain't having everywhere. You dig?
This is my dude, boy.
One more question that is a real burning question to me. And I just really want to know your true answer on it. With your past being an adulterer, right? Do you think that that's going to be a hard thing for your future person to get over?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think about it. I feel like sometimes. Okay. So sometimes I think that my transparency will be held against me. Especially, I don't want to hear it in an argument. I don't want to hear it as, because me being transparent is just like, hey, these are some things I've experienced, because I want you to know all of me, and I want you to know me, because I don't want you to you shouldn't have to find out in the street what happened. You know what I'm saying? And intricate details. I want to be able to say that, so it won't be any confusion. But also, so like if somebody were to tell you, oh, just because, no, she's not like that because she puts this in place. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I would hate for somebody to know something about me that you don't. And so, but I would hope that it didn't. Also, because one of the men that I was in that situation, adultery situation with, used it against me, it's a trigger. It's a trigger thought, if I'm honest. Because for one, if I'm honest, I'm like, dude, you kind of like set it up to be like this, because if I knew originally, I wouldn't have, been participating in this party. But not only I was invited, I was headlining it. You know what I'm saying? We were, doing things, and to use it against me is wild. So I was like, if he used it against me, why wouldn't the person, I'm committed to, you tried to use it against me? So I think that's why I'm practicing being okay with being transparent about it now, because for one, it's how I was able to denounce shame.
There you go.
And two, I'm called to something greater. Like, there are people watching, there are women watching. I've had married women come to me and say, thank you for your perspective, because I never saw it like that. I thought it was always the homewrecker fault. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing, like, hey, if you really know the situation, I don't want nobody husband.
Yeah.
I really don't. So,
and me and lie.
Like, they lie real tough.
Hey, look,
lie and
guilty.
withhold.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Guilty, yeah.
Like, so, I wonder that, but I try not to stay there, because it would keep me back in the shame that I just removed myself from.
Okay. I really, really, really want to praise you for being transparent about that, because I think moving into a situation as transparent about that as possible gives you the opportunity to see how much grace you're going to get from your person. And I think grace is one of the most important things in a relationship, because we're not perfect.
Yeah.
And one thing I think most people find out after they get married and end up with a person is, although this person isn't the same person that I thought I was married, I'm still in love with you and this battle that we're going to go through and this growth that we're about to go through together.
Yeah.
Because you learn more about everybody the more time you spend around them, no matter how much time you spent prior to that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, I hope that that'll be the initial way for you to find out how much grace you'll be able to have, because again, it's important.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. Like, all right, the measure of grace. If you can't give me grace on this, and I don't even know what we finna face.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what I promise you. Some of the stuff that me and my wife have gone through, I would have never in a million years would have even expected it to happen. But the way that we handled some things didn't get handled with grace. You know what I'm saying? Some things, hey, I'm gonna hang up on you, and we ain't talked for a few days.
Yeah.
And then, like I told you, I used to travel for work, so I would be gone for 4 or 5 months at a time. And so, and that leaves a lot of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The idle mind is the devil's playground.
It is.
But that's also, it taught me, again, like that quote I told you earlier, is that having desires without acting on them or expecting the outcome is true discipline.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I held it down. What you say? You on month 9? Been there.
Month 9. Month 9.
I think I hit like month 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somebody had to get flued out somewhere. Somebody, it's MLK Day coming up soon. We got a 3-day, y'all.
And in the bed.
Y'all need that. But yeah, that was really a burning question I had for you for a while there. I was just very curious as to how you thought about it, because I don't want it to define you. I don't want you to think that it defines who you are or the type of person that you are or how people view you. It doesn't change how I view you. I think you're still an amazing human being. Your podcast is amazing. Your platform is amazing. I love how intentional you are with the things that you do and all the moves that you make. You don't just do something because it sounds good. You hip me to waiting for the right moment for stuff to happen and letting it come to you. Because like you said, when me and you were talking the very first time, you said you were talking about me when you said you wanted to link with other podcasters in Birmingham. And crazy enough, I seen the clip, didn't think nothing of it. And when you said that, I was like, oh, man, you could have been DM me. And you was like, no, I wanted to make sure we met and we seen each other right when it was supposed to happen. And it did. It definitely did.
Yeah. And it's got. I'm grateful for our relationship.
That part.
It's moving fast. Like, I feel like you're one of the people I talk about more often now. Just I talk to you regarding, like, with my sister, and you know, she's my best friend. There's Ray, other people, and it's like, where did this man come from? I was like, it's just certain people that you hit it off with, and it's just like, it's unexplainable, right? I don't have words, and like, as you're seeing me and unveiling me, like, I also feel like with people like that, I have to be like, hey, this is what I got. This is what I've done. This is, you know, if you can't handle that, you might get mad at me. You might get frustrated with me. And I knew then at that table, when I was staring at that lady and you looked at me and you was like, get out her business. I was like, oh, he finna be my friend.
Yeah, I peeped with exactly what you was doing. You didn't even have to say nothing. I seen when your eyes was there. I was like,
and you was like, get out her business. I was like, okay, he finna be my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, what we at, Desiree? An hour and 30 minutes.
I mean, about 112.
That's crazy work.
But Desiree, tell us your thoughts, baby.
This has been interesting. I don't know if I thought the conversation was gonna be in this space, in this like relationship, because you know you be like, oh,
I'm getting better though.
You are. So I'm actually very proud of you for being open to having a conversation.
Yeah.
But also, and it's a healthy one. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a healthy conversation, and I can only know through a lot of the wisdom that I have is just because I've lived a lot of things, and so I know that the person that the Lord has for you is going to be able to have grace for all of you. Mm-hmm. But it's also still a timing thing. So it's a timing thing for you as well as a timing thing for him as well, because it's almost kind of like this parallel space that's happening. Mm-hmm. Like everybody's kind of journeying along, you know what I'm saying? And obedience will get you to the place the Lord needs you to be at. Yeah. Not saying that like we have to, and this was my thing when I was open, when I became a little more open to the idea of being married, because I didn't want to be married, right? I just, in my heart, I just didn't believe that I had to do or be anything outside of what the Lord was calling me to do to make something happen that I already knew was going to happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to like you know, they say go outside. Okay, cool, but I don't have to go to a club. Like that's just not naturally who I am. Like I feel like I could be on my if I submit my day to the Lord, right? And the Lord say, hey, go to Home Depot. Hey, go to this restaurant. Hey, go if I'm in alignment with what He's telling me to do on a daily basis and my life is aligned, I feel like at the appointed time the thing would happen, right? Yeah. And so I just believe one, because I've experienced it, that the person that's for you will have grace for all of you, past, present, and future you. And I know that through experience, because you know I have shared my journey in relationships, and also a adulterous one, and I had to share that. I had to be open and honest about that when we first met, because we have a thing that we say, we listen and we don't judge, right? And so for us, that's, hey, this is a moment that I just need to share my heart with you, and it's not. And I feel safe enough to do that. And so I'm glad we were able to have that conversation early on, because now there's still a healing journey happening, right? It don't mean like you automatically reach this place where you're completely healed. I believe like when you begin to meet people and begin to do relationships, like the Lord will begin to show you things that spaces where you have healed from and spaces that you still need healing in, right? So if I'm honest, there has been maybe like one time where a trigger happened. Yeah. Right. And I was able to have this conversation, which I'm working on communicating, right? I was able to have this conversation because I felt safe enough to do so, because I know that the Lord has connected me with the right person for me. Yeah. And so even in all the workings of the mind, and, you know, you're like, I don't know, or is this going to happen, I just trust and believe, again, that the person that the Lord has for you is going to have grace for all of Jessica. Like, she's not going to have to like water herself down. She can do the most whenever she needs to do the most. She can be bold. She can be courageous, but she also can be soft. She can be tender. Like, she can be a woman of God. She can be from the west side of Birmingham. Like, she can be all of those things, because that person is going to be grace for all of that. Yeah. Thank you, friend. I love you so much.
That part.
You're like, that's my dog.
That's my dog too.
Yeah.
You know that? You know that? We was best friends. I let her be here. What you talking about? That's my dog.
I'm taking my show back, Carrie. I'm taking my show back. As you can see, we can talk all day. Like, this is us off camera, and I just again want to just say thank you for just being you. You've made it very easy to partner with you, to journey with you, and it's just been a short time, but so I'm really excited for what this time next year will look like. Yeah, that part. Because I really see us doing big things together. That like part. Just because we're in the same field, we have the same understanding, we're going toward the same target, and I know that we want each other to win. Like, when you win, I win. Like, that's how I feel at this point. Part. And so, yes, you're always welcome at Just Ask the Podcast. This is a safe space for you. So y'all will see. It's not a guess. Y'all will see. I'm on the next
episode, actually. I'm actually staying for the next episode. I just need a little sip of the water, and I'm going to be here for the next one. You know what I'm saying?
So traditionally on Just Ask, we allow our guests to have the final word. Okay. If there was a lot that we talked about today, and so you can either say something that you came in with on your heart, or you can just like say, listen, out of everything I want you to say, or everything you've heard today, I want you to hear this. The floor is yours.
I got you. It's a quote that I heard, and I'm not going to tell y'all who quoted it, because I want y'all to tell people that I said it, okay?
You look up there at the camera.
Be persistent, and you will achieve it. Be consistent, and you will keep it. And be humble, and you will attract more. Just like that. I think that's the perfect way to really just wrap up how you should treat your life. You know what I'm saying? If you want something, be persistent. Go after it. Once you get it, be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I am right now in my life. I really wanted this podcasting thing really bad, so I just been incredibly persistent. And now that I got it and it's going on, I'm being consistent. And at some point or another, I think I am, honestly, I'm attracting positive things because I'm being humble about it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave your good people with.
That's so good. Listen, my good people, I need you to go over to Talk Vibe Hustle, subscribe, because we got goals. All right. I'm winning when he win. Okay. I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to go watch the episode that we did on his platform, because if you enjoyed this conversation, I guarantee you that you're going to enjoy that conversation and getting to know Carrie a little bit more. But if you enjoyed this conversation, I need for you to put your biggest takeaway in the comments, okay? Because we're going to talk, we're going to chat it up. But until next week, until next time, remember, life could be much more simple if you just ask.
What's up, you guys? We hope you enjoyed that episode. If it resonated with you, make sure you like it. Now, if you thought about somebody as you were listening and you think they could benefit from it, go ahead and share it with them. Sharing is caring, right? And you know we're here every Thursday. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the notifications when a new episode drops. So until next week, guys, peace.